With 75 miles of coastline, Los Angeles is synonymous with beach volleyball, and the heart of the game beats in the South Bay. That is where Week 5 of the AVP 2025 season starts tonight. Welcome to the Intuit Dome Beach. Inside this gorgeous new facility, the game's top pros are ready. Palm Beach takes on Miami. 3 of the 4 players in the sand are two-time Olympians. As we look forward to this matchup, Kelly Cheng, Molly Shaw taking on Melissa Humana-Paredes and her partner, Brandy Wilkerson. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn. Brandy Wilkerson, the last time these two teams met, which was just a match ago, went positively off. She leads the league in kills, leads in blocks. How do you try and neutralize her?
Well, the answer sounds simple. You've got to serve tough, and then you've got to vary your offense so she can't just line you up. The execution of that becomes a little more complicated, right? So we're going to have to see if Miami can actually execute what they're trying to do. The formula seems simple, but, you know, once you have to show your work, it gets a little tougher.
Kelly Cheng told us in the last match, or a couple times, she put the ball over right to Brandy and immediately regretted it, knowing the zone that she was in. We're starting the second half of the season here, so let's take a look at our season standings. LA just off the sand in match 1. They are 5-0, still undefeated. Their women's pair picking up their 3rd win of the season. Palm Beach 6-2. We've seen a lot of the passion, and it's been good.
Yeah, they've been very good on both the women's and the men's side, looking to continue that run here in Los Angeles. But Miami would like to have something to say about that. You see them at the bottom of the table, only having played the one weekend thus far.
Yeah, we don't know a ton about the Miami Mayhem other than they are capable yet winless. It's not a spot you necessarily want to be in, but you'll take the capable Kelly Cheng, perhaps the most creative player on the beach.
Yeah, options going to be fast and furious in this match. Both teams like to employ that as a big part of their strategy. Like you said, they're very capable. Both of these teams know one another pretty well, even though this is a relatively new partnership for Miami. And so that chess match becomes a little bit more intricate.
Sarah Hughes, longtime partner of Kelly Cheng, going all the way back to college, went down with an Achilles injury. We wish Sarah the best. Hope that she comes back, but it's a tremendous opportunity for Molly Shaw, a defender who's been grinding for this kind of opportunity to come her way, been working on herself and working on her game and setting the pieces for success. That time is now. And her partner is Kelly Cheng, a 2-time Olympian, the most dynamic and creative talent in the league with tremendous upside, I think, still to come in her accomplished career. Already a 2-time Olympian, and they will face off with the Olympic silver medalists from Paris, who've opened 3-1.
Yeah, absolutely. They lost their opener, but have been 3-0 since that time. So really found their stride. You mentioned it just a summer ago, taking down the silver medal in the Paris Olympic Games. So that speaks to their capabilities, and they've been very, very difficult in the AVP League thus far.
They showed up to practice just yesterday wearing the same clothes by accident. Today they do it on purpose, representing the Palm Beach Passion. Melissa Humana-Paredes, the best defender and attacker on tour. She'll scoop and deliver points.
Synchronicity always good to have in a 2-person sport.
Absolutely. Her aerialist plays in trouble for opponents, as has her partner. The most dominant net presence in the AVP, regardless of gender. A unique and unpredictable offense. She can completely take over a match, Brandy Wilkerson.
Yeah, the most dynamic athlete I think we have in the AVP League. She's spectacular to watch, and like you said, the last time these teams faced off against one another, she went off. Looking to do that again here tonight.
All right, let's hear from Mel about facing the Miami Mayhem.
For sure, we know it's going to be a battle. It's a very strong team. We've had multiple matches, really exciting matches against them all season. And we know kind of each other inside and out, which always makes the game exciting because there's always going to be a level of learning and adapting on the fly. So, yeah, I think we'll expect a really hard-fought match, lots of defensive plays. We'll have to put a lot of pressure on our serves. So I'm excited.
Mel and Brandy 3-1 against Cheng and Shaw all time, including that last meeting. It did go 3 sets, but pretty dominant in the final 2, 15-10, 15-11, 15-10 for the Passion. They hit 660 as a pair. Brandy hit 739. They'll stay away from her or try as she goes on 2.
Yeah, that's why serving tough is so important, right? Because I like the short serve attempt, but Melissa passing that ball extremely well, getting Brandy an opportunity to be offensive even when not served.
Now they'll work on Molly Shaw, and that one will be tapped over onto. This is the on-2 Olympics here.
It really is. And you mentioned the creativity of Kelly Chang. I mean, that was a tight pass, difficult with Big Brandy in front of her. She went deep with that knuckle pokey beautifully.
Kelly Chang, 6'2", now 29, out of Placentia, California, not too far away. She'll put one right down the middle. And Mel will see the defensive move and chop away from it. Let's join Cameron Irwin, the third member of our crew, courtside.
Well, you already heard some words from Melissa Humana-Paredes, but I spoke with her and Brandy Wilkerson about matching up against this team in back-to-back competitions. She told me the number one threat, like you mentioned, is trying to neutralize Kelly's on-2 option. They said no matter how many times you play a team, the goal is simple. You keep the game plan exactly the same on your side. Stay aggressive and make those in-game adjustments. Last and finally, they also talked about wanting this to be won at the defensive side of the game. No surprise there with Melissa Humana-Paredes wanting the ball on her platform.
Yeah, if you're Mel, you'd be fine with that being one on the defensive side. She's third in digs per set, but she converts at an incredibly high rate, hitting 471, that's second league-wide.
Shane.
And that will be Mel getting it, and that one, did it find the edge? Oh my, that's as close as you can get.
That just caught one fiber of the sideline, which is all you need. Nice little push out wide. Didn't quite get as wide, I think, as Mel wanted it, but that's the acceptable miss to a right-hander on the left side.
That ball is long. It's a weekend full of rematches to start, and each time, each one of our teams met last time, it all went the distance.
Very reverential way to explain that to us.
Yeah, there you go. Sometimes you're just trying to talk yourself out of a circle.
Well, so a couple service errors early from both sides, kind of highlighting how important it is to serve tough.
Big back set here, a little bit out of control as the Miami offense. Brandy, tough one. She'll put it away anyway.
That is a phenomenal set from Melissa Humana-Paredes. Very, very small window in which to try and put that for her left-handed partner. Have a look. Over the shoulder, right on a platter for Brandy.
Olympians apart, Olympians and medalists together. This Canadian pair from the Palm Beach Passion. That one chipped off the edge of the late arriving Wilkerson.
Yeah, she red shot. Molly Shaw does a nice job of kind of speeding that up, a little slap down the line.
So a very even start to this first set. It was Miami getting the win 2018 in the first set when they met in week 3. That was the home match for Miami, the home weekend. That ball is hit down the line, but it would then be those comeback sets by the Palm Beach Passion, 11 and 10 in total control of our play to 15 win by 2 sets.
This is kind of a newish thing to the offense of the Palm Beach Passion, is that push out to the pin. You can see that stresses the block of Kelly Chang just a little bit, makes her make a decision one way or another, and as soon as she goes angle, Mel sees it and able to kill that down the line.
Mel working on Shaw. It'll be chopped over by her partner Kelly Chang, and Molly Shaw described the system that the Miami Mayhem run as feed Kelly the ball.
That's a good plan. You can see she's very adept at that option play. Lots of shots. I've already seen a couple from her. Ooh.
Ace on the back line from Kelly Chang. Ooh. Chang averaging 2 aces per match. There's one.
Perfectly placed, deep and right in the middle of both of the Palm Beach Passion players.
Got one right to Wilkerson. She'll be the left-handed and a whole ton of room left, and it's pulled out of bounds.
Yeah,
who put a hot pocket outside of the court?
That was interesting because you can see it's like a footprint divot that ball hit as you take another look. This one right here on the sideline. Ooh, I think it did hit the wide side of it.
Yeah, and a divot like that is called a hot pocket as the ball bounces out of there.
Yeah, it bounced back towards the court, however, which is what was confusing for the Palm Beach Passion.
Is it in if it hits the bottom of the line as it comes back into the court is the question.
Yeah, I think that's maybe what Brandy's trying to argue. She's doing the Demi Moore from A Few Good Men. I object. No. I strenuously object.
Exactly. Well, the strenuousness of it did not matter. Our R1 referee, Renee, says, play on, Miami ball. Rolled short. Mel in the middle. And that will go over the top. I don't know if Malcolm has that shot, but Mel does.
Nice.
Looking at our side switch from this 7-7 start to set one.
Frankie Munoz, not a great blind shot.
Well known, I mean, obvious. Serving away, that was right on the sideline. Shaw does a good job to pick it up and put it away. Cut shot winner for Miami. Don't let their record deceive you. At 0-2, they have played some excellent volleyball. If they add a block, a couple of digs per set, they could be looking at some victories. Here on the side switch, they lead by 1 against the premier team on the women's side, the Palm Beach Passion. More from LA of set 1 momentarily.
She says, hi back. Juliana's amazing. She goes to Colorado University at Boulder, about to be a senior. Yes, originally out of Encinitas, California. Gentlemen, she is single. She wanted me to make sure that was known. She is single and very ready to mingle. All right, so anyway, here's what we're looking for right now with Juliana. I know there's a club tournament happening somewhere, I think, in like Hermosa Beach. Do we have any beach volleyball clubs in the house? Any beach
AVP League.
Yes, I thought we might. Yes, we've got some over there. Do we have some women in the house who would like a chance to play on our courts here at Intuit Dome? Do we have any? Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, okay. You, yes. You're going to meet me right over here, top of the stairs. You're going to meet Juliana, top of the stairs. You, yes, right over top of the stairs. Anything else? What about you? How about you? Up in the yellow, yes, you as well. And you, yeah. Right over top of the stairs. Juliana's going to meet you over there. And then maybe 4 from over here. How about you waving very politely? Yes, that's you. And you, ma'am, yes. And you, yes, that's right, you. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. And one more. Does your friend want to go too? Yeah, make it happen. All right, you 4, if I called you out, come on over there to the top of the stairs. Juliana will meet these 4 first. Then she'll come and meet you. And we'll figure out the rest later. All right, we're about 1 minute from coming back live on CBS Sports, everybody. I promise I'm going to give you a ton of mini balls then on my next opportunity. But for now, this arena is absolutely incredible. We've got the lights all around the stadium. We want to see all of your lights as well, everybody. Get your phone lights out. Let's get your phone lights out, shall we? Phone lights. You got about 10 seconds. Get those.
AVP League on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
Good look at the south end of Hermosa Beach there, home to so many of the athletes on the AVP League. And league play continues here as everyone gets excited inside the Intuit Dome for what has been an offensive match thus far. Rich Lamborn, 7-14 for the Palm Beach Passion, 8-33 for Miami.
Not a lot of defense going on. We heard at the top of the broadcast that we wanted to focus on defense, said Coach Jordan Chang. So far, just 1 dig between both the teams. So we're going to have to ramp that up here to get to the second half of this first set.
Yeah, and that would be 0 digs for the Miami Mayhem. Actually, the only player registering a dig thus far is on the right side of your screen, Brandy Wilkerson, the blocker. Devin Barnett alongside Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn and Cameron Irwin down on the sand. First of 2 matches for you here between the Mayhem and the Passion from the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles. On 2, poked back over just far enough. That ball will be out of bounds off the antenna.
Yeah, that was a strange looking play, but very good reaction time and improvisation from Kelly Chang at the net. Randy Wilkerson having a chat with our up official Renee about what I'm not entirely sure.
Randy talked with Renee about that cover. Said she had 2 fists up there. So if it was 2 motions, it would be a double contact. The referee saying.
I think it was the 2 hands that Kelly Cheng put up after the joust. She attacked the ball with what appeared to be 2 hands.
Yeah, so long as the hands are closed, that's fair game.
Here, redirect, in any case, conversation over, and serve missed. So the ball never lies. That ball should have gone to Passion the first time. That idiom of volleyball right there.
Right.
That allegedly the ball is all-knowing, all-seeing.
Heavy on the IDIO part of that word.
Cheng taking a lot of space there. Out to her right, she'll look down the line. It's there. Instead, Wilkerson also there. Will they'll tap jump and put it away.
Yeah, showing off her physicality at the net. Just elevating and getting that first touch and control, and then again, kind of that immediate rebound to get the put away.
Now Wilkerson has been ridiculous on offense. Leads everyone offensively. Good news for her. Her partner is second, hitting .529, and on the other side, Kelly Cheng picks up the kill there. Cheng hitting .436. That's a good number.
Very good number, and again, just kind of tucking that one into the corner. Just doing such a great job across her body. That's the shot she likes to go to a lot. And so you're trying to go to it with the serve on that opportunity.
10-10, set 1. Close action, I think, as we expected. Wilkerson got a hold of the tape there. And Shaw got a hold of it up over the top. So the offense continues to carry the day. Good numbers, still around 800 for the Miami Mayhem. Shaw is 4 of 5 to open.
I was going to say, she's been very crisp with her shots. That was not easy, as she had to kind of sprawl just to get the ball in play off of the top of the tape. And then that line shot up over the big block of Brandy Wilkerson. Perfectly placed.
Avid camper and outdoor enthusiast. We'll see her husband James in action for Miami coming from the men's side. That ball's chipped up over the top, and neither side picking up any digs here.
There's an offensive battle. Both teams north of 500, which is very good.
And we're down to the point at 11-11 where one play could win you the entire set.
And that's kind of what you tell yourself going into matches, right? It's just going to, ooh, wow.
Well, that might be the play right there. A mismangled ball. Set called. And that'll be 12-11.
And mismangle, I'm not sure there is a way to properly mangle a ball.
Well, if you're British, maybe. Properly mangled that one. That one pushed to the pin. Shaw hits middle, and that'll be a winner. The former GCU standout on the beach.
Good aggressive swing from Shaw on the right side. Just clipping the right hand of the Brandy Wilkerson block as you get a look at the replay. Kind of directing it away from Melissa in the backcourt a little bit. Just enough.
Cheng missed her last one, 12-12. Going deep corner. Mel will put it up there, and her partner puts it on the line. Another kill for Wilkerson.
That was a heck of a swing. Not necessarily all that close to the net. Extra backspin on it off the arms of Melissa on the service reception. The jump serve, have a look. Yeah, she's a good 6-7 feet off the net. Finding the sideline beautifully.
9 ties, just 2 lead changes in this first set. Everyone's siding out at a high level. 13-12, looking for a reel.
No digs to speak of. That's kind of how it goes.
Wilkerson got one there. And gets the block to convert at just the right moment. Set point, Palm Beach.
Yeah, Melissa put that set right in the bait zone where it was so enticing to Kelly Cheng, but Brandy able to just kind of wrap both of her hands around it too and get the block. You see it there. A little bit of momentum as she was on the attack and turned into a blocker. It's the stuff to give her team the 2-point advantage. I think the first one we've seen in this set.
Indeed, running off a little 4-1 mini run here, and that's enough to get them to a set point and timeout Miami. We are in Los Angeles. We kick off the second half of 2025 AVP League play. Every team will play 8 matches, and then if you are in the top 6, you will find yourself in Chicago. So we'll be in New York City in Central Park next weekend, and then the month of August will find us in the great state of Texas, and then Chicago for the championships. With your top 6 on the men's side, top 6 on the women's side, you will come and compete for the championships. We also have our League Cup. That's our Constructors Championship, which is the combination of the performance by the men's and women's team from a given city. Palm Beach looking pretty good for that, possibly, with Phil Dalhauser and Trevor Crabb off to a good start as well.
Indeed, Kev, you're going to be in Chicago for the deep dish and the Wrigley Dogs and the Velvet Taco, but we're going to be there for the championship.
That's fine. I'll be at Gino's East or Connie's, no problem. Set point, Palm Beach. Scooped, option not taken. Shaw down the line. Right there is Humana Paredes. And she puts it away. So we saw no defense to speak of for most of the first set, but Palm Beach makes some plays over 11.
You said maybe it was going to be one play. We thought maybe the ball handling call might have been the play, but it was kind of a door that got opened for the Palm Beach Passion to get a couple in succession to close that first set out.
A 5-1 run and control of what was a tightly contested first set, closer than the 15-12 score indicates. Palm Beach up 1-0.
Oh, the brandy lovers. Yes, I love it. All right, here you go. This is your chance. We got beach volleyball players from all over the country, from Austin, Texas, from Pensacola, Florida, from Anaheim, from Santa Monica. And you know what? This is 4-on-4. So take your spots on the court. But I think it should really be 5-on-5. Devin Newberry, Gina Urengo. Maybe you guys should come out here and play with these two. Yes, all right. Gina, how about you take this side? Devin, you take that side. All right, there we go. Let's go. We'll take that ball really quick. Renee, can I have that ball to start off? All right, this team started. Let's go, brandy lovers. Let's make it happen. Let's get it started. What a rally, are you kidding me? What a start. The Brandy Lovers leading 1-0. Whoa, quite clearly done. 1-1. We got a little less than 2 minutes to go. The batting serving 1-1. Gina with the kill. Hammering home 2-1. Ball coming. I mean, if it were me, I would make Gina serve because she's a pretty baller server, I'm just saying. Ring some aces off. Yeah, that is. What a dish. Straight down. Let's go.
On the pitch and catch a United Soccer League showdown. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds host the Loudoun United right here on CBS Sports Network. Lots of hijinks between sets. Let's go down to Cameron Irwin with a special guest courtside here in LA.
No doubt about it, a very special guest, April Ross joining us, the gold, silver, and bronze medalist, one of the legends of the game. It's great to have you back with the AVP League. Do you miss being back just a year out of retirement?
I do miss the league. It's so fun. This environment is so electric, and it's fun to come out, play 1 match or 2 matches a weekend, and then get to regroup, figure it out, come back and play another team. So it was fun.
the last year of your life, you've really touched just about every area of the game. From coaching, now you're with USA Beach Volleyball in a new role. What are some of the new challenges that really inspire you to stay a part of beach volleyball?
Well, I want to see the game continue to grow. I want the U.S. to do really well at our home Olympics in LA in 2028, so I really wanted to be a part of that. It's challenging to figure out how to help each individual team and coach get there, but it's a fun challenge. It's a puzzle, and I'm highly motivated to help them and, hopefully see our team standing on the top of the podium in LA.
All right, we have to ask the question, who's your favorite for the league for this season?
Who's my favorite for the league this season? Oh, man. Well, I mean, Hagen and Logan are on a hot streak, right? I think James and Kame have a chance, to come through towards the end. They keep improving. They have a lot of talent. On the girls' side, Megan Treese are killing it also. So, I mean, they're going to be tough to beat as well.
Megan Treese with the LA launch. Looks like she's going all LA. No surprise as the South Bay native. All right, guys, back to you.
Always good to have that kind of talent in the building and still involved with the sport at such an intimate level.
Yeah, she's the head coach of beach volleyball for USA Beach.
Saw her out running some drills with all the players there as our second set gets underway. Kevin Barnett alongside Olympic gold medalist Rich Lamborn running drills at a international tournament for youth. The national championships for the United States side, and a lot of drills being run by the pros, access to the pros by the young generation, the next stars of the game. These are the current stars, bunch of Olympians on the sand as Melissa Humana Paredes cuts that one down the line.
Yeah, April, one of the more decorated Olympians in history on the beach volleyball side, of course, and a big motivating factor for her, you heard her say, was the upcoming LA Olympics. So looking to kind of guide our contingent into that.
Yeah, so much push and history into that. The Atlanta Summer Games, of course, the first opportunity for beach volleyball to be a full medal sport. That one won by Karch Karai and his partner Kent Steffes.
Up and over goes Brandy, 2-1.
And on the indoor side, of course, Karch is going to lead the men into where they won their first gold medal in 1984 in the Olympic Games here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it is wild how long ago that was at this point. 44 years it'll be by the time we get to Los Angeles again.
That ball finds the net. All right, if you are the Miami Mayhem, and all you did was give up a couple of points late in that set, otherwise you played an excellent open to this one. What do you do strategically?
Yeah, I mean, I think your strategy's fairly decent. As you said, it was just one or two at the end, so it becomes a little bit of an execution.
How about serving tough to get ahead in the point? That was how this one started, but it ends with another Palm Beach passion.
So Mark, yeah, there's the execution element, right? Because they get the opportunity, and then we saw that late in set one as well. A couple sets that got a little too close, and that's when you get in kind of the Brandy zone at the net where she can exert her physicality on the play, and that's no good if you are the Miami Mayhem.
Yeah, that is not the zone you want to be in if you're an opponent. The Brandy zone is bad for you. There, sneaking just out of the Brandy zone is Chang. These are Brandy Wilkerson's numbers the last time they met. Brandy Wilkerson, 18 kills on 23 attempts, so that's north of 700. 2 aces and 4 blocks.
Yeah, that's an imposing stat line.
Her partner's seen a lot of service, and this time Chang getting the block.
Yeah, really nice job on the setup there from Kelly Chang, knowing that Brandy's likely coming back to the meat of the court, across her body, and just taking that away.
Second block for Chang. Crowd, DJ Rouchet hitting the monster block. DJ Rouchet, of course, on a takeover option here inside the Clippers building. He is the LA Lakers DJ. Speaking of a city divided.
Yeah, he got his feet wet with the Clippers back in the day.
He did, but not in this building, which opened just in August of last year with a Bruno Mars concert. Ooh. This brand new $2 billion facility, which is actually carbon neutral, covered in solar panels. And there is nothing neutral about that play. Brandy Wilkerson with another block. That is her first of this match, but many this year.
Yeah, well, maybe the first stuff block, but she's impacted quite a number of plays and just good effort. You can see she's a little bit late getting there as she had to run all the way up from the service line, but still got the hands in a good position.
Averaging 3.5 blocks a set.
A set. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen.
Shaw down the line. Humana Paredes got the left hand on it, but just not enough. Well, that was a full charge by Mill.
And that's one a defender of her ability level would like to have back, because she times this run perfectly. She's right there. It just kind of glances off the left arm a little bit high.
Palm Beach with a record of 3-1. They have won 3 straight. Brandy pops that one up. That ball left way short. Lucky it wasn't a missed contact coming out of Mel's hands. That came out clean.
No mismangle detected, Kev.
No. Just a miss.
Just a miss, yeah. It kind of went deep enough to take all the spin off of it, but the location wasn't exactly what she wanted.
Passion were bested by the Brooklyn Blaze in 3 sets, 2 of which reduced. The other one was 12, so an extremely close match, and that was at the very beginning of the season. They have since won 3 straight over Dallas, as that ball off the cable and misses. They've beaten Dallas, New York, and Miami in succession before this match.
Yeah, good wins, all of those. That ball getting redirected off the top of the tape and falling wide for Kelly Chang and the Mayhem.
7-5, looking for the side switch on the Passion. Oh, Mel sat on that one. Good read, and there's a put away. Point Miami.
A really good read defensively from Molly Shaw. Gets there so quick that she can put that ball right up on the net for Kelly Chang to wallop on 2.
Shaw float down the middle, causing some confusion. Chipped over the top. Melissa Humana Paredes and Brandy Wilkerson looking confident. They lead by just 2 here in the second set as we head to the side change. And we'll be back to LA with the conclusion of this set.
Warming up for our next match will be the guys of the Miami Mayhem and the Palm Beach Passion. James Shaw taking on Phil Dalhouser and Trevor Crabb. All right, what's up? All right, I'll give a couple away easy, but here's the deal. No more easy ones right now, okay? Here's the deal. You know what's in my bag. I got a bunch of mini balls. I want to know what's in your bag. So, for example, the first person to show me, I would like to see a, what about a driver's license? Any driver's license. Show me a driver's license. What's in your bag? First person I see their driver's license. There it is. Oh. Man, that one took a while. Usually that one's a little easier. All right, we're going to get a little harder. Who has a Sharpie? Somebody's got a Sharpie. Anybody has a Sharpie in their bag? No, yeah, you do. Is that a Sharpie? That is not a Sharpie. That is a pen. That's a Sharpie. That's what I'm talking about. There you go, young lady. There you go. Let's see who's got. I see you, UCLA.
Back inside the Intuit Dome and a chance to get to know the Miami Mayhem just a bit better. Speaking specifically of Kelly Chang, she's a world-class blocker, but off the court, you might find her on Sundays at, get this, Disneyland with a pin lanyard in one hand and a sketchbook in the other. She actually loves to spend her Sunday afternoons crashing her dad's day at Disneyland. He goes there to get his steps in and do a devotional. She goes to trade out her pins. There's a look of the two of them. But they've also created a new hobby alongside one another. She's convinced him to go to California Adventure. They walk into the animation station and work on none other than creating some Disney characters. Albeit, she's pretty good. I've seen some of the sketches. Let's see if we can get some on broadcast next time you get a chance to see the Miami Mayhem.
Cam, is she a world-class pin collector then? I mean, what's her game like there?
Saw it. It was pretty impressive, and I loved it. Kevin, this week we got a chance to sit down with her, and she was testing us on Disney characters. I'm going to say right now, I got the 3-1 win over Kevin Barnett.
The Chewbacca identification was really suspect by you. Bottom line. Always competing and having fun.
Star Wars is at Disneyland. I don't know that Chewbacca's is Disney character.
Rich having a hard time with that one. As far as he's concerned, it's a LucasArts character. Industrial Light and Magic happening here in LA.
Magic. Correct.
Inside the Intuit Dome, 40,000 square feet of LED screen up above us here, two-sided. Speaking of Industrial Light and Magic.
It's astounding the way that technology's developed over the years.
Yeah, one of the real advantages of playing in places like this, that ball is chipped up over the top, is the access to replays and the experience. There are 4,000 60-inch LED screens besides throughout the arena here. And folks here in LA have shown up and are showing out and enjoying our matchup this evening.
A lot of light-emitting diodes throughout the arena. Yeah.
There it is, week 5, LA, our host for AVP League play here in 2025. Chip just enough from Brandy and put back over. On one, doesn't go. Here's Mel, full head of steam. No! Molly mismatched at the net.
And I think there's just a little bit of impatience in the middle of that rally from Kelly Chang, trying to zip that over on one. Mel was equal to the task. Right there, you got a good look at it. Mel all over that. And that kind of set up the win in the rally for the Palm Beach Passion. There's the ultimate put away. Brandy Wilkerson easy on the overpass.
A 7-3 run here and control of set number 2. Numbers for Chang and Shaw falling off. They were hitting over 800 even 3/4 of the way through the first set. Now down to 450, which is respectable, except for the fact your opponent's hitting almost 700.
Yeah. It's one of those things. It's not an empirical number that you're trying to hit. You're trying to win the relative game. You're at 450. You want your opponent somewhere south of that.
Another short serve. Mel backs out, has a lot of open net to work with, and that goes down for the 11th point.
Well seen from Mel that time. Chang just kind of dropping tactically into the cut shot she was hoping was coming, but Mel had other ideas.
Match number 2 of what will be 8 on the weekend here from Intuit Dome. Palm Beach, Miami men coming up next. That one through the block and down. An important point for Miami.
A good high, hard swing from Kelly Chang, rattling the hands of Brandy Wilkerson at the net.
Staying in touch here in set 2. A must-win, 15-12 in the first from Palm Beach. That one sneaks through the cable. You'd want it to hit a bit more if you're Miami. Instead, it's another Palm Beach side out, and some fire on that side right now.
Well, they're sensing the finish of this match, trying to close in style, and that's a look at the physicality of Brandy Wilkerson, basically just going up over the top of the block of Chang, who we chronicled is an elite blocker.
You know, the problem with playing keep away from Brandy is when Mel hits 833, 10 kills, no errors, and then Brandy continues to do Brandy things, and the lead is extended.
Yeah, again, that ball just getting a little too tight. You know, that's kind of one of the potential hiccups anyways of the option game, is you're always trying to push the ball close to the net. And so if you overdo it, it gets right there where Brandy can get her mitts on it. Does a nice job controlling it to her side of the net.
Brandy just seems to get more and more physical at the net, especially year over year, as Palm Beach has taken control of the second set and this match, looking to close in 2. Top 6 teams are going to go to Chicago and vie for the championship here in 2025. Mentioned the 3-1 record, looking like it might be 4-1 Good start for Cannon and Kraft, who are still chasing Brasher and Nuss.
Yeah, indeed. You got a couple undefeated teams at the top there, but Humana Paredes and Wilkerson for the Palm Beach Passion looking to put themselves in very, very solid position to make it to Chicago.
You know, the bad news here for Cheng and Shaw is that you dropped 0-3 with a loss here. The good news is top 6 are going. There is plenty of room. The top 4 pretty dominant thus far.
Yeah, and as if you watched our first match of the evening, we talked about how the San Diego Smash were kind of in similar position at this point in the season last year, and they made it all the way back with a late run. So far from out of it, but in less than desirable position, perhaps.
Be at your best when your best is required. The Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden from just up the way. That ball is chipped on 2 for the winner. And Miami, the time is now 13:10.
There's so many great sayings from John Wooden. He should have written a book.
Brandy cranks another one. Nobody up that time, and we are at a match point in what has turned into a dominant performance by Palm Beach.
Yeah, they're just firing on all cylinders right now, because that was a really good serve from Miami, as a matter of fact, but no, just passing it perfectly.
Deep serve. Cheng, long, and that'll do. Sometimes you run into the buzzsaw, and that certainly was for the last third of the first set and the entire second from Palm Beach.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kev, it took the buzzsaw a little while to get warmed up, but once it did, it was humming. Palm Beach Passion running away with that one.
Saluting the crowd, the Olympic silver medalists who will move their record on the season to 4-1, and they have won 4 straight. We will talk to our winners when we return to LA. Lots of good plays down the stretch from Mel and Brandy to win 2-0.
Fun, physical style of volleyball, and it looked like you were in rhythm. What did it take to win that match against Molly, against the Olympian Kelly?
It's a lot of focus, a lot of preparation. These are world-class players. You know it's going to be really intense right from the beginning. Not only is it just 15 points, but everyone here is so talented. So I think we bring out the best in each other. And Melissa and I try to just stick together and do the thing.
Well, you did your thing, and you guys crushed it. So great job, Brandy, Mel. Give it up for the Palm Beach Passion, everybody. Winners in straight sets, and now 4-1, looking good to make the champs in Chicago.
AVP League on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Wilson, the official ball of the AVP.
Rarely do Canadians get accused of being offensive, but indeed, Palm Beach was offensive in this one. Melissa Humana-Paredes, 10 kills on 12 attempts. Her partner, Brandy Wilkerson, 12 kills on 15 attempts, hitting .704 efficiency as a pair. And they are with her own Cameron Irwin now, having won 2-0.
Just an incredible offensive performance from both of you. Over double-digit kills. Melissa, I'll start with you. What was working so well against this team you had already matched up against once this year?
I honestly feel like the controllable, the thing that we could control, like our pass set and side out was really important to us, and I feel like we executed that really well. I think defensively we were having a lot of fun out there, trying different things and making plays and making the most out of what we could, but I feel like we really set the tone on our offense, and it feels really good.
Angeles is a bit of a home away from home for both of you, and there are a lot of Palm Beach fans in the stands. What does it mean to play in front of a hometown crowd?
I mean, we are so excited to be here. Like you said, it's been a home away from home, so we have family, friends that feel like family, all of that good stuff here, and a lot of true beach supporters, and we want to see that and see that all over the world, but we were waiting to do it here in LA.
Now, you both inspire by the way you approach the game, the energy, the joy that you show. What does it feel like to be able to inspire so many young athletes coming into the game?
I think you can just really see our authenticity and how much joy we have to play the game and really like push ourselves to the absolute limits and enjoy playing with each other. And I hope that people just see how much work we put in and how much fun we have and what it means to both do really well and have successes and also fail and do it with grace and do it together with a team. And so I hope we inspire people to pick up the sport and really like cherish the sport and invest in the athletes and in our stories. That's what we're here to do, is just grow the game.
Well, I'll also add in fiery, because both of you, two of the most fiery competitors, and we love to see it here with the AVP League. All right, Kevin, Rich, take it away.
Thanks, Cam. Palm Beach on the women's side, successful. The men looking to remain the same. They are 3-1. Olympic legend Phil Dahlhauser, best player in the history of USA Volleyball, getting ready for another match here in AVP League 2025.